So that is us live on YouTube.
We're live?
Again, we are live on YouTube.
Hey, we're live.
What's going on, folks? Welcome back.
What's going on, man?
Not too much, not too much.
How you doing?
Happy belated Thanksgiving.
Happy
Why the hell am I
belated
saying that?
belated
I saw you.
Thanksgiving. I saw you on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I saw you on Thanksgiving.
It's like almost a week ago.
It is. Yes, almost a week ago.
Almost a week ago.
Well, because it was Thursday, but we had it on Friday. And
well, Thanksgiving was on
Wednesday
Thursday
now.
because it's always on a Thursday. We celebrated
right, exactly.
on Friday.
We celebrate. Yeah, celebrated.
Oh, we celebrated.
We
ate.
We ate. Was that? Did we celebrate? I mean, I didn't have the bloop, the party blowers. What do they call those things?
Streamers?
No, not the streamer. The one that you blow through the thing and it unrolls the snake's tongue.
I know.
That's not how.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, no, everybody knows what it is, but I don't know if there's a name for it.
I'm sure there is a name for it. I just don't know what it is.
Well, we didn't have any.
No.
So it doesn't matter.
No, we did not have any of those things.
Can you really celebrate without those?
Yeah, because I've never had those at a Thanksgiving dinner before. Ever.
No, me neither.
I mean, sweet potatoes with marshmallows melted on top and mashed potatoes and gravy and turkey and stuffing. Cranberry sauce. Which, by the way, not to be cliche, but I forgot the cranberry sauce and then had to go back to the store to get it last minute.
Where did you get it from?
Tivtown.
Oh. Really? They have?
Okay.
Do Israelis eat that?
Let me tell you the thing. Let me tell you the Thanksgiving in Israel story. The first year that we decided to celebrate Thanksgiving here, I went to Renana, okay, which is like 35-minute drive, okay, from my house. I drove up there to Meatland, and I ordered a turkey, okay. So I went to pick up the turkey. It was frozen, but I guess like when they had frozen it, a lot of other turkeys were on it, so it was misshapen. And then it froze that way. It got kind of squished and then it froze that way.
Right.
So it didn't sit in the pan right. When I was cooking it, it had to like sit on its side. So it was all fucked up. And I decided not to do that anymore.
You didn't try to thaw it out before?
I did. It was for a while, but it was still, just from being frozen in that shape, it was now just misshapen, even after it thawed. So it wouldn't sit normally. It kind of just sat on its side. So I decided not to get my turkey there anymore. But you can't. They don't really sell whole turkeys here in Israel. You can special order one, but the turkeys, the breeders breed these things. You go to the supermarket. In the butcher case, they have like these giant turkey breasts, okay, and turkey thighs, okay, and that's what people do. They buy a thigh and they cook it up and they make shawarma for a Saturday, okay, or they buy a turkey breast and make something from it. They don't buy a whole turkey, okay. During none of the holidays in Israel is it do they serve turkey, so nobody buys a whole turkey here. So when I went into my local supermarket, I could special order one, but the problem is they breed them to be much larger here because people want a big breast or they want a big thigh for a whole bunch of people to make shawarma.
They like those big breasts.
So like all I could get was like a 24-pound turkey. Okay, you can't get like a 10-pound turkey. They just don't make them that small. So I always wind up getting these giant turkeys, And last year I decided to hell with it, and I just got some turkey. Bought myself a full breast, brought myself a couple of thighs, and that's it. And that's what I did this year as well. Much better.
I see.
Much better and much easier. I don't have to special order it and worry that it's not going to come in time, and then try and fit this gigantic fucking thing into my little oven. It was crazy. So it's and it cooks so much faster. I cooked the entire meal in 70 minutes instead of like 3.5 hours. So saved a little bit on electricity there as well.
And that's what's important.
Yes. I cooked a better dinner for cheaper because I did it better because there was more dark meat. There was actually more dark meat than there was turkey breast. I'm a big dark meat man. I'm not really a turkey breast kind of guy.
White meat with gravy, or with gravy on Thanksgiving, or mayonnaise on a sandwich the next day, and like lettuce and tomato.
I'd still rather the dark meat.
Or dark meat by itself. Always. You don't really need anything else on dark meat.
If it's Thanksgiving,
but with the white meat, when you add stuff to it, it becomes very good. It becomes better. But
if it's Thanksgiving and the tray comes to me and all there's left really is white meat, I'll take white meat. I pour some gravy and it's all good.
But it requires gravy.
And my white meat was good and was nice and juicy and everything else.
I had a sandwich with mayonnaise and lettuce and tomato.
But I still prefer the dark meat.
So
pour that gravy on. Oh, it's delicious.
We're dropping a lot of frames, and I think we look like that.
I think we do too.
So I'm thinking,
because I've noticed this thing keeps going from orange to yellow to red,
right.
And it doesn't really ever hit green.
We're still playing with the video settings just to get this right, because I guess my upload is not so awesome. But I want to see if it's possible to just pause and then come back into the same stream. I don't think that's possible. I think it's a new stream, right?
I have no idea. Is there a pause button? No, it says stop stream. You don't do it.
Yeah, exactly. So I guess should we stop the stream and then just redo it, or just continue?
What are we going to do?
Well, we would stop the stream and create a new one.
Can we change the streaming settings during the show?
I don't think so.
What happens if you go into settings?
Into settings here?
Yeah.
I don't think this is going to let us do that.
Go to video.
Video. Your output is
currently active.
Yeah. So no, it's not going to. Unless. Oh, that'd be crazy if it lets me.
I would think it would be output is what we need to change.
Well, yeah. But there's not really much that I can change here in the output. The audio bit rate will keep the same. But I'm not going to drop the video bit rate right now. Or should I?
I don't know.
If I do this, let's just see if I make a minor change, what happens. If it lets me do that. Well, let's keep going and see what happens.
Okay, see what happens.
Oh, I hit apply. So it did save it.
Oh.
So let's see if
now we're pretty much just red.
Yeah, no, it's stabilized it.
It stabilized it worse.
It stabilized it worse. And if I bring it back, oh, it doesn't seem to make any difference. I don't know what the fuck is going on.
I don't know. We are more in the yellow than we were before.
Nope. All right. Stopping streaming. Stopping streaming. We're coming right back. And we're back.
Well, I think we're back.
I think we're back.
I don't think the changes really made any difference.
And let's see. No, it looks like it actually did have some difference. It's maybe a little bit better.
Well, I guess a little bit better is better than no better.
We're not in the red and we're not in the yellow on YouTube anymore. Or are we just completely offline? Let's see. Anyway.
I guess we're not plugged into the internet anymore. We're on Wi-Fi, right?
Yes. So.
Go back to Facebook.
The stream is resuming.
We can use OBS for Facebook, I believe.
I believe you. I do actually believe you. This is...
I wonder if this is a problem with the... Well, I mean, it's got to be an OBS problem. It's got to be our settings.
It could be. I'm not really sure what else might be causing this. Because we're dropping a shitload of frames for no reason whatsoever. Yeah.
I don't know. I did watch a lot of videos and make a lot of changes to mine, but I wasn't really streaming either. I was just
recording then uploading.
Recording and uploading.
Well, on
although I did stream for 3 seconds the other night and it looked okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, we are recording this.
We are recording.
So we cannot.
So nonetheless.
So yeah, let's continue, and we'll just upload the video.
Yeah.
And if people try and come live, we'll just, apologize.
Yes.
For anyone who's trying to watch this, Sion, if you're watching this here, this is for you.
Yeah, one for you.
All right. You ever heard of gun bingo?
I have.
What is it?
Well, I have no idea. I just heard the name when you mentioned it a little bit ago.
Okay. What do you picture when I say the words gun and bingo together? I want to see how close your image was to my mental image.
I had two vivid first images, and one was old. Probably similar direction you're going.
I think we're there.
Elder, like senior citizens, like a nursing home.
The old blue-haired woman with the doilies
exactly.
and the bag on her wrist,
and guns, like them all holding guns and shooting at stuff. Or the cage that they have the balls in, but it's bullets. And the bullets are numbered.
Okay, well, first of all, I would like to say that your mental image of the old people with gun shooting.
I know. It was probably the exact same thing.
Exactly what I thought. No,
but what were they doing with the guns?
It's way more disturbing than that. Well, I thought maybe they were shooting the bingo cards, and you had to like shoot them a pattern or what. I don't know. So a friend of mine tells me last week that she went to this gun bingo thing. I didn't know what the hell gun bingo was. And she won a Glock.
This is just regular bingo and the prizes are guns?
It's just regular bingo and the prizes are guns. Now,
is there a background check on the issuance of those
She
guns?
did have to wait. She just got the gun today. She did have to wait like I guess it's been about a week or something like that. So I'm
Is it the waiting period?
I'm assuming that was for the waiting period. I'm assuming you just don't go to bingo and walk out with a handful of guns.
Yeah, we all talk about the gun show loophole. What about the gun bingo loophole?
Bingo loophole. Yeah,
It's a major racket.
I find this rather disturbing. That because I picture like when I picture bingo, I picture like that. Yes, like is there a room full of like old women like sitting around going home with ARs over their shoulders and things? Bandoleros with bullets on it?
Probably not.
No, probably not, because that's certainly not what my friend is. But like, they don't own. Her and her husband, they don't own any guns. They're not really what I would say into guns or shooting. They don't. I don't even think they live in an area where you can go to the range and rent a gun. And I've never heard of them showing any. But she was like, "Hey, I'm going to gun bingo, I guess," and she won a really nice Glock. I can actually show you a picture of it. If you can just like say a few words. I'm looking for it.
A few words.
All right, that was helpful.
Gun.
And that's
pretty cool. If only you saw this.
Yeah, I should be able to send it to you, and we should be able to put it on.
You could just put it in front of the camera.
I don't want anyone's information or name coming up.
Is there names on there?
If I touch it, it'll come. You know what? Here we go. That's what you can win from Gun Bingo.
Right.
Is it like 10 cents a card or whatever, like it is at the bingo hall? 10 cents and you go home with
$400 a card.
Either way, it must have been
Go and buy a
cheaper
gun.
than
Huh?
buying a Glock.
Probably. But how does that work? Like, because there must be laws about giving guns, like as a gift or as a prize.
Guess not. She didn't make it sound like that it was like, there was this weird thing, it made it sound like it was happening. Oh yeah, it's Tuesday night gun bingo.
Nice. So
I got my lucky rabbit's foot and my lucky AK.
But who is hosting the bingo?
I don't know. I asked my friend, like, is this at a church or something? He says it wasn't a church, but he said his wife went to it and he doesn't know anything about it other than she went to gun bingo. Is it a regular thing? Was it like a sponsored event?
Because I've been to gun shows.
Could you imagine going like every week to gun bingo? Tuesday night.
I've been to gun shows, and I could imagine like there was a convention center in Kansas City where they had it a few times, and it's a massive space, but they only need so much for the gun show because there's the main gun show that they have downtown Kansas City. This was in Overland Park, so they would have the gun show. And there was another like half of the building that was shut down. Maybe they had the gun show. Maybe they had gun bingo in another area.
Maybe
at a gun show.
I've never been to. I guess I've sort of been to a gun show, but I suspect it was a lot different than the one you're talking about. Guy would pull up in a van.
Yeah, it was not in the trunk of somebody's car.
He'd sit there, he'd open up the van doors and be like, "Hey, look at what I got." You'd say, "Show me this," and that was your show.
Yeah, no. Yeah, no. Yeah.
Prices were much better. No background checks. It's like, do you have a background? Yes, I do. There you go.
Yeah. But people are dying. People are dying from guns, right?
Yeah, probably.
Why?
Because they shoot them at each other.
But here, look.
Not everyone has bad aim.
Let's see. I'm gonna bring this up because it's rather interesting. Because it just kind of puts it in scale. Because you have deaths from gun violence, and showing how it compares to the rest of the world, but you already know what it's going to be. Like, there's a couple of charts down here, and it was unnecessary to even scroll down this far. How the U.S. compares with the lowest rates of violent gun deaths worldwide. I mean...
Yeah, compared to a bunch of places where you're really not allowed to have guns. And there's a lot less people. Oh, I guess
no, it's per 100,000 people. It's not.
Well, Americans like guns.
Americans like guns, but they're not very good.
But if out of all those gun
they're not
rates,
very
how
good
many
at using the guns?
Out of all those guns, how many of those gun deaths, gun murders, whatever, were by legal guns?
Probably a lot of them.
Because when they show you like statistics, you shouldn't do that. Doesn't look good.
Doesn't work.
when you see statistics on how many guns there are in the United States, they're only showing you legal guns. They show you legal gun owners, and they show you murders, and that really kind of puts things out of skew, I think. Because I think the majority of gun deaths are not coming from legally purchased guns.
I think a lot of them are.
I think some of them are. I don't think it's the majority. I mean, I would say there's a percentage of them that are. There's a small percentage that are. I would say there's a small percentage of guns that are stolen from people's houses and then used for murders. I think the majority of them were bought illegally and are being used in, gang violence, robberies, and, crime. Most of those guns weren't bought legally. But anyway, this is not actually the direction of this conversation I wanted to go. So my friend got this gun now. Okay, they're not gun people. They don't have a history of guns. They don't have a they haven't really trained or practiced with guns, taken any gun safety courses. Mm-hmm. They don't have a safe. Okay. They did have the. I don't know if it came with it or if they bought it extra, but they did buy a barrel lock.
Oh, okay, nice.
Okay, so that is good. I was saying you should get a trigger lock and a lock box. Okay, because they have they have two kids. One of them doesn't live in the house. Okay, and one of them is like 15-year-old child. A boy, the kind of kid that would, the kind of age that might like to play with a gun. Yeah.
Guns are fun.
Yeah. So, I mean, while, okay, fine, there was a 5-day waiting period and everything else, but is this still safe to be giving away guns, for bingo prizes? Like, as much as I say it's cool and everything else, and I would like to go and win a gun, but
I'm going to go ahead and say it's not safe.
I've shot a lot of guns, so I and I've been taught about gun safety and from a very young age. So, I know not to.
That's
saying I've never done it, but
that
I know
scares me. Is me as well. Like, I grew up with guns, and I know I learned to respect them. They're toys.
They're cool,
but
toys.
They're very, very dangerous toys.
You should not. You should not use them to turn off the lights, turn off your TV.
Like, it will turn the TV off.
Oh, it does.
It will not turn the TV on.
You can turn the lights off with it.
You cannot turn them on.
You can turn a lot of electrical appliances off. As a matter of fact, you can turn a lot of things off.
It's like, what's the difference between a pregnant woman and a screw?
You can unscrew a screw.
Yeah, you can't
unscrew a pregnant woman.
Not with a gun.
All right, fair enough. Actually, I think you can unscrew. Never mind.
You can nail one with the ones that have the blast cap nail guns. You know what I'm talking about?
For going into concrete, yes. I had one. Had two.
It's kind of a firearm, sort of. I mean, rudimentary firearm. Anyway, where were we?
So, Yeah, I thought that was kind of interesting. I just, good. I just thought it was funny also that we had the same image of what gun bingo would be. Where's the? I figured like the where's. Do you remember the where's the beef lady?
The beef. Yeah, she was there.
Yeah, that's the woman I picture. An 800-year-old, little person. Where's the gun? Falls on her ass.
Yes. I'm just going to comment in the chat here.
Is there anybody out there? Wow.
No, we'll continue here. We're not going to stop the stream, but nevertheless, we are recording it and we're going to upload it in tandem.
Hey, look,
afterwards.
She was commenting. She can at least understand follow the conversation.
Yeah. No, the text, the audio, I think is going to be fine. I think it's the
video.
The videos.
Okay. Well, we might delete this video and just re-upload the good copy of it afterwards. How's the audio? If we can get a comment on.
I do see the chat.
No, I can no longer see it because you moved it all the way over there.
It was easier for you on Facebook. Miriam is saying it was easier on Facebook. But it's hard to share it from Facebook. So, yeah. Oh, nice.
Audio is fine. Okay,
right,
cool.
So, stop looking at us. You can look at this. No, you can go on.
Well, no,
you were continuing something.
No, I was gonna go on to Wengie.
Well,
so
this is kind of relevant.
Are you sure?
No, it's not. Probably not at all. I don't know what a Wengie is. I know what the minge is.
No, different. No, completely different.
Not the minge. So I ride my bike. You drive your car, and you don't use the horn. Israelis use the horn, and it's not like they're using, because when I was here, as a tourist,
hold on. You say I don't use my horn, but
I've never seen you use
I use my horn. But I have to actually think that there's about to be a reason. I'm not like an Israeli who, sitting in my car, nothing's going on. Hey, you know what? Beep! I don't just honk my horn for no reason. When I'm sitting in traffic and people and people sit there and they start to turn into me, I'll hit my fucking horn.
It's not for no reason. No, that's defensive. This is offensive. This is preventative.
Yeah, no, preventing
what? Horn using.
If they're not about to hit me, then I don't think there's any reason to hit my horn.
Oh, if they're not hitting you, or they just are not paying attention, get the fuck out of the way.
If they're not about to hit me,
get out of the way.
Well, I'll hit the horn if they're like stopped in front of me and the people have gone in traffic because they're looking at their phone. No, I'll honk the fuck out of them.
I've never seen you do that.
Well, usually when we drive, we're not sitting in traffic together.
Some traffic.
Like I'll pick you up on a Friday evening and drive you home. It's not really rush hour.
There was a little bit of traffic, but nevertheless, I realized that the use for the horn is actually really in Israel is because people know that nobody else is paying attention. So it's seeing somebody on the side of the street. Maybe this person is going to walk in front of you, so they honk their horn. Just because they know that person is an idiot, probably.
No, they honk the horn. They honk the horn a lot in Israel because they're impatient. So in Israel, the lights. Hold on. In Israel, the lights are the traffic lights are different than in the United States. Okay, or at least very. I don't know how they are across the United States, but they're definitely very different from New Jersey. Okay. Besides, it going yellow before it turns red. There's also a yellow light before it turns green. Okay? Now, in New Jersey, the way most of the lights are set, when you can see one light turn red, like let's say you're sitting at an intersection like this, okay? When this street turns red, if you can see the light, you can almost count to 3 seconds, and then this light will turn. The other light will turn green. It's
Right.
in most spots, it's perfectly timed to 3 seconds. It does vary sometimes, but generally, it's 3 seconds. In Israel, you have a red light, and then all of a sudden it turns yellow before it goes green. So when it's yellow for you, I think it's still it's yellow-red for them, I think. I don't know if it's actually gone red for them, because it still seems a lot of times, like they might still be going, and then as soon as that fucking thing turns yellow, not even green, as soon as it turns yellow, people will start honking the horn.
Because they're looking at the other light.
People will start honking the horn before it goes green. And if you're not moving before the light turns green...
Wake up, the light's about to turn green.
Yeah.
That's why.
No, it's not wake up, it's about to turn green. It's about to turn green. Why aren't you moving already? Yes.
No, it's not.
James, I drive more than you. I deal with traffic lights more than you.
People do this is because they're making sure that you're awake. Just like when I'm driving along.
They don't give a shit if you're awake. They don't care if you are on fire. You're in their way. The light is almost green. Why haven't you go? Go, motherfucker. Go. It's not green yet. Go. You have to go on the yellow.
No, I've understood. I've learned.
You have to drive on the yellow. You cannot wait for the green. Otherwise, people will be honking at you. It's not because they think they're not paying attention.
Once your light has turned yellow.
If I'm the first guy in line, if that light turns...
Wait, stop for a second. Once the crossing traffic's light has turned yellow, or once your light has turned yellow?
My light is red. As soon as it goes yellow, before the green, exactly. Yeah. You better be fucking moving, otherwise they're honking their horns.
But they do sometimes at longer intersections, or rather bigger intersections where the light is a little bit shorter, like on there's a light at Binyamina. Anyway, people would honk because it's a short light. So they would see the other light, the crossing traffic's light turn yellow, and they would honk as though, hey, wake up, the light's about to turn green. Go when it turns green.
I don't think they want you to go when it turns green. I think they want you to go now.
Maybe, but I do that. I do that when I'm driving, because when I'm on my bike, because I know that this person who's walking along the bike path or who's crossing here isn't looking and will not see me. So I honk at them, and then they see me, and then they stop, so I can continue driving. I don't have time to stop. You know, if they're just going to continue walking mindlessly. You know, if this person is walking, which happens a lot, I'm riding my bike along the same path as somebody, and they, for no reason, just decide to cut in front of you without looking, nothing. So I honk because I know that this might happen. It very likely will happen because they're fucking stupid. So I thought maybe
I feel like honk is the wrong word because you're on a bicycle. I feel like you should be like ringing your bell or.
No, I have a horn.
Not one of the little squeaky things?
No, I have a bell. I have a bell, but I also got a light horn combo. It's nice.
Get out of my way! Cling, 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 cling. Move! Cling, cling.
So yeah.
When I get my Harley, I'm putting a bell on it.
But too often people don't hear my horn. They're just not paying attention.
They got headphones in. They're talking on the phone.
Yeah. They're stupid. So I was thinking of getting one of these. And it sounds like this.
Here's my question. Okay, do you have to hold the button down to get it to play this whole thing? Or is it like every time you touch it, it plays the whole thing?
And
so it's like 5 minutes later, you're through the intersection, you're like 10 blocks away, and it's still going.
It's like one of the old Flash animations where you hover over a button and it plays a sound, and you hover over the button and it overplays the sound. It just keeps. It doesn't restart the sound. It just overlaps the sound.
Yeah.
So you just keep pressing the button. That's enough of that.
Bring the chat back over here. I want to see it.
I think that might have been that might get people to move. If nothing else, it'll be really annoying. So yeah. Okay. So I guess. Yeah, that was. It was not just loud; it was annoying as hell. So, yeah.
Alrighty then.
I don't know if our chat and us talking is in sync.
Oh, I don't think so.
Probably not.
No, I definitely think there's a lag here.
Yeah. But religion.
Losing my religion.
No, what else were we talking about? Our religion is just stupid. Like when if it's just for you and you find comfort from it and it helps you as a person, that's wonderful. But when you try to start telling other people how they should believe, then fuck you. Like the Mormons converting Anne Frank post-mortem. Fuck you.
Yeah.
I don't believe that you've actually converted her. It's offensive, though. That you presume.
I would think to convert someone, you probably have to have their permission. Yeah.
No.
Otherwise
that's how Mormonism works.
Otherwise, it's just religious rape.
I think I've actually said that. I think I said that once. Years ago when I heard about this. In Mormonism, you can... Because it escalated into that. We said it's non-consensual and it evolved into, religious rape. Or it was raping somebody's religion. I forgot what it was. Anyway. You're just making somebody... Like they have no choice.
I think ultra low latency, by the way, would be better, but
perhaps. I think we should test it in the middle of the week.
Wednesday is the middle of the week.
We should test it at the end of the week.
I did say you should play with it between 2 weeks that we did.
Is it hump day for humping, or is it hump day because it's on the hump of the week?
I like to think one and then the other. Because I like to think it started off as the hump thing.
One.
It was definitely started off as the getting over the week. But hey, what better way to get over the week?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's already at least a 30-second lag, I think.
That's pretty much all I had to say about religion.
All right,
religion's
cool. That was the
stupid.
exact amount that I wanted to hear about that.
No, it's like America is not a Christian nation.
No, I thought we were done.
Just like be Christian. That's fine.
Yeah, just shut the fuck up about it.
Yeah,
there you go.
Shut the fuck up about it.
So, ask me what I did this weekend.
So what have you done since Thanksgiving?
That works. I got a dog. I got a dog, and
That's uninteresting to me.
Its name is Wengie Panhead Renkoff.
Wengie or Wengie?
Wengie. I always say Wengie, but it's Wengie. Like Benji, but with a W.
Why is it Wengie?
It's my daughter's favorite YouTuber. Her name is Wengie. She's like Australian Chinese or something like that.
I remember when the first baby was named Google. You remember that?
No.
And I thought, wow, well this is the end of the world. And now we're naming our dogs after YouTubers.
Well,
I wish I didn't know that.
It's better than Fluffy or Fido or Rex.
Or PewDiePie.
Or PewDiePie.
My dog's name was Sparky.
So when we decided that we wanted to go look for dogs, okay, I was told one thing. I couldn't get a black dog. My wife did not want a black dog. She's very racist against blacks dogs. Kidding.
Against blacks dogs?
She's not racist. I'm just kidding. No, they didn't want a black dog. So we've been looking around for a couple of weeks for dogs, and we go to these adoption days that they have around the country on on Saturdays. And when we go, a lot of the dogs were larger dogs. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm not talking like 80-pound dogs, but, you know, they were 50-pound dogs, 40-pound dogs, you know, and up. And my daughter has to be able to walk the dog every day when she comes home. And she's only 9. So, we looked around a lot of places, and the dogs were too big. So finally we found this cute little dog. It's probably about like 30 pounds, 25 pounds. Adorable. All black, white little paws, white spot on its chest. Really good dog. It's adorable. Won't shit or piss outside.
Oh, I knew a dog like that.
Are you going to talk about Ian's dog?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I got to tell you something. It kind of looks like you know, I don't really remember.
No, she was actually retarded.
Oh yeah.
Like
I'm not gonna
like mentally had mental
disabilities.
disabilities.
I was just saying that I kind of remember what she looked like. It kind of reminds me of that black with a little bit of white on the chest.
Yeah, but
she was stupid. My dog is smart as fuck. All right, I trained her to sit, and it took me like 20 minutes. Okay, but she
and she forgot.
Okay, no. She sit. You tell her to sit down. She sits. Maybe you got to tell her 2 or 3 times, you know, like my child. But you know, she'll listen to you eventually. And she, you know, for the most part, she's really quiet. You know, like we walk outside and you see, she sees cats and everything, and she never barks or nothing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we're like, oh, this is a great dog. And then, like, the first night we had her, everything was perfect. And then, like, the next day, people are getting up and getting ready to go to work, and they're walking past our apartment door. Like, oh, fuck. So, all right. So then, you know, it's time. You know, my wife goes to work, and my daughter goes to school, and I go to work, and I'm walking down the stairs here. Dog's crying. You hear a little scratching at the door because the dog, you know, what's going on? Everyone left me alone. So, yeah. So the plan was to get a dog that was over a year old. Okay, one that was already house trained. Mm-hmm. We wound up getting a dog that is 7 months old and not really house trained. Now, she has started going outside. I've gotten her to poop once outside. Okay, in like 4 days, she's pooped once outside, and she's peed outside like 3 or 4 times. She's got like a spot where we can sometimes get her to go if you walk her enough. I'm just trying to see if I've got it. No.
I don't know why you didn't. Why didn't you get one of these? Do you know Leon Burgers?
That's slightly larger than we wanted.
Oh, but look at this! Look at this punum.
Yeah, it's cute dogs. Cute dogs. My daughter could, you know, ride it to school.
Oh yeah, definitely. No, they're good horses.
And but the dog, you know, it's a mutt. It's all sorts of things, but it has some. I don't exactly know how to pronounce it. Kanan. Yeah, which is really weird because it sounds sounds like canine, and like Canaan.
Knaani. Canaan. That's not Canaany.
I said it's kind of got it in there.
Those are interesting dogs, and I've seen so many of them that I've kind of figured their personality out. They have this strange way of looking at you. they're not like a typical dog.
That's
They'll
not
look
her.
at you. They'll look at you out of the top of their head, and it's not like they're begging or anything. They just look up at people like this. It's they're only recently domesticated. They were feral until the past like 100 years or so.
There you go.
So
Here's the best picture I got.
yeah,
Just laying down. It's hard to
this,
see anything.
I saw this picture, but this no, I see it in the shape of the head. I see it in the shape of the head. It's very triangular.
Did you ever think that maybe I didn't want pictures of my dogs be public or private? Kidnap her after school or something.
Right. Yeah. So yeah. It's a cute dog.
Thank you. Yeah, it's not. It's. I love her and she's adorable and I love playing with her and everything else. But I've never had to housebreak a dog before. Well,
it's fun.
I had dogs when I was a child.
It's a lot of
When I
fun.
was younger. But my dad did. My dad was the one that took him for a walk and did most of the work and and everything. As a kid, we just got to that was my job, just to play with the dog. I didn't have to deal with the rest of it. So I've never housebroken a dog before. It's a giant pain in the ass. I'm only 4 days into it,
Wait, does she sleep in a?
She does not sleep in a cage. I'm not crate training her.
Oh, for the first.
No, fuck that. I don't feel right. First of all, she's gonna pee in the cage and she's gonna be or shit in the cage and she's gonna be rolling around in it.
That's the whole point of it. That's the whole point of the cage because they don't shit or piss where they sleep. So it teaches them. And dogs like a confined space.
You've never worked in a kennel before. Dogs shit and
That's
piss
different.
in their fucking
That's
cages.
very different. A kennel is a very stressful environment for a dog, and it puts them in a different.
So is a
mood.
dog in a new house. That just came from the
They
from
have
the shelter.
No, when they have their own bed and their own quarters, that's theirs, and they respect their own place. They have self-respect.
Well, anyway, but she's getting better. It's just getting her onto our schedule, really, and everything else. Because now we've got her. My wife gets up in the morning and feeds her and takes her for a walk, and she goes to the bathroom, and then about 45 minutes to an hour later, I take her out again. Okay, because she's gonna. This is where right before she's gonna go for a stretch, without being let out. Then, my wife and daughter get home, early afternoon, sometimes 1:30, 2 o'clock. So from 8 o'clock until 2 o'clock, the dog's got to be responsible. And the messes are getting smaller and smaller. Let's just say that. But often I have to take her out, and I take her for a walk, and she doesn't do anything, and then I take her back home, and we get back in the house, and I have to watch her. Okay, and when I see her walking away, trying to go into another room and everything else, that's it. Let's go back outside. And usually on the second walk, I can get her to go. But it's an interesting thing to have to do. When I did it with a cat, it was much easier. She went on the floor once. I kind of just no. And then I threw her in the box.
And she said, why?
And then the next time she had to go, she just went in the box. And that was it. She was a great cat. Cats are fucking awesome. Dogs are much better. But you can't go away for a week. Just throw a giant bowl of food and some water out and tell your dog, see you later.
No.
If you got one of those automatic cat litter cleaner thingies, you're good to go. You don't ever have to come home. The cat won't care as long as there's food. So one of my neighbors said to my wife today, she said, "Oh, I see you got a dog. Congratulations and everything else. I hear the dog barking all day. But she didn't say it in like the dog is barking. I'm assuming that like every time they go up and down the stairs and walk past the apartment, the dog's like, hope the dog's not sitting there barking all day long. That'd just be sad. So to keep an eye on the dog, I decided I wanted to get a spy cam, like a nanny cam thing, and they have special cameras for animals. Okay, you can got an app and you can move the camera around and everything else. You can hear
you put on the wall down on the ground, and you can call your dog. And
you can call your dog, and your dog can talk to you. You can hear your dog.
Did you get that shit?
No, but some of them have a cartridge. You can fill it with dog treats.
You can fill with treats.
And then by remote, you can shoot treats across your house. I think that is fucking cool as hell. I'm not gonna get one because we did just kind of video call with my dog, and we noticed that dog doesn't give a rat's ass if it can hear me or not.
My dog.
I'd like to be able to hear the dog just to know if it's barking all day.
No,
That's just, I'm a considerate person. I try and be considerate to my neighbors. I do want to know. I said I try. I said, I do want to know if my dog is barking all day. And I do want to be able to see what's going on in the house. See what time the dog is pooping or pissing in the house. So I can try and adjust its walk in the morning or, it's nighttime feeding so I can better train it to not shit in my house.
You should do that.
I should do that. So what else is going on?
I don't know. I have no idea how long we've been broadcasting. Because I'm not sure if this is because there's a clock here, and I'm not sure if it's from.
We have been talking for
recording.
approximately 49 minutes.
Okay.
Including the first recording.
Okay. That was like 5 minutes or something.
Yeah.
The first part.
Yeah, something like that. Because I've been keeping I got to go home and walk the dog now. I can't just stay out all night. So I've been keeping very close attention to what time we started.
So we've been on for approximately 49 minutes.
Well, it's approximately 50 minutes now. So yeah,
okay.
Dog ownership is cool. You should get one.
Dogs are good. Dogs are good. Dogs are fun.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So
what else?
How are things? How are the wife and kids?
Yeah, that was good. So I ordered. I told you I was gonna get that microphone.
The horny panda.
Mm-hmm. Purple panda.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Panda.
So exactly. So I said I was gonna get it, and I'm waiting for it to arrive. Now, while I was looking for that, because I wasn't just gonna get something without having heard its what it sounds like, and it's not the best mic that you can find. It's a wired mic, so it means that it doesn't.
Of course
have a
not. If it was the
transmitter.
best mic you could find, it'd probably be really out of our price range.
Probably. You can send us money if you want. It was. It was like $20-something, which is not what I was expecting.
Nothing says like high quality mics like $20.
I've heard them, and they sound amazing. But it allows you to be more mobile.
Where did you hear it? You went to a store and checked it out? And you
No, I heard some reviews. Some people trying it out in various different scenarios. So I heard what it sounds like. It also comes with a windscreen.
I don't want to slam the guys that you watch the videos of, but there is always the possibility. Remember something. Chances are this thing that they're reviewing, they were selling.
Anyway, there's a lot of people talking about it, and it's sounded good everywhere.
Probably a lot of people saw it.
So anyway, That's too skeptical. I'm not even paying attention to that. Anyway, I heard
considering
heard this other
a decent microphone, one of these microphones will cost you for a medium to low range about $100. These are top quality, but I mean, this style of microphone. Okay, I would be very skeptical.
A Rode microphone with a transmitter pack is $69.
But where is it? Where is it on the scale of Rodes? Is that like the bottom one they make?
Maybe, and even then, they're not going to put their name on something that's below them.
But 69 is a lot more than 20.
But it's a wireless transmitter pack, and that's $40 on its own, maybe even $50. It's a simple thing. It's just a little microphone that plugs into whatever. Just a microphone on a wire. They realize, because they're selling like hotcakes. I remember I did this door-to-door sales thing for like a month or 2 months.
Were you trying to sell hotcakes?
It was free. No, it was $100 for the installation of an ADT system with a free service for 6 months or something.
Sounds like a horrible job.
No, it was terrible. But in our script, we had to say they're selling like hotcakes, and it was really stupid.
I used to sell
hotcakes,
Royal Prestige cookware, as seen on The Price is Right. And for allowing me to do an in-home demonstration, you will get an entry. You will get. Oh, I forgot what it was. It was like a coupon for a free cruise. No,
a coupon for the entry to get to where you can deposit.
No, for allowing us to do the thing, you automatically got entered into a drawing for like a free cruise weekend.
Yeah.
But for just allowing me to do the intro, you got a thing that I think was like a free weekend at like a timeshare thing. You can go listen to a timeshare presentation for allowing me in your home.
Nice.
It was good shit. Good stainless steel cookware and fine china.
Sounds like
fine china. Oh, I used to have crystal glasses that I had around my thing. I would make the thing go, and we take the little dinkly saucer cups and put them upside down, and I would stand on them. And I could like hop up and down. That's how strong they were.
I would answer the door to you with a shotgun.
Well, I wasn't door to door. I was actually going to business parks, okay, and getting people's them to sign up and everything else. And then I would call them back.
Who allowed you into their fucking business?
Oh God, I got thrown out. No, business parks. I wouldn't go into your business, but like a business park, like a bunch of buildings together. Like where we used to work near the.
What, you would set a stand out?
No, I would just stand there and people would walk by and I'd ask them to like fill out cards to win a free cruise. And then we'd call them back later on and ask them to allow us into their house to do an in-home presentation.
Did you have to wear a hidden camera when you walked through their house to see all the weak points?
No, I didn't.
Are you sure?
I didn't get very many in-home.
Here, Steve, just go ahead and...
This might surprise you, but I didn't get many appointments. I got thrown out of a lot of business parks for soliciting, though. A couple of malls.
Did they even think you were soliciting or just loitering?
Oh no, we were soliciting because we were getting cards and we had a little thing. I mean, we were dressed up in suits. We weren't like dressed in jeans and t-shirts and just going up to people.
You were wearing suits?
Yeah.
No, you weren't.
Well, sports coat,
100% bullshit.
Sports coat, dress pants. Yeah. Don't remember if we wore a tie or not.
You didn't wear a tie.
Might have worn a tie.
You're wearing cutoffs.
No, we got dressed up nice. We did get dressed up nice.
You were wearing cutoffs.
We got thrown, but it'd be like you'd spend like 3 hours in a place, and it was like
cutoffs and a Dale Earnhardt shirt.
Almost every single day we got thrown out of
or like
some place.
Like a shirt with a tiger print